Let's do some examples of adding and subtracting integers. So remember, integers are negative and positive whole numbers. So when we learned how to add and subtract integers, we learned about our t-chart or our scoreboard. And the way we draw this is we draw this T and we put the positive team on one side and the negative team on another. So when you're at any kind of sporting event, a football game, a baseball game, anything where there's two teams playing against each other, you have a scoreboard, and the number of points those teams earn is kind of determines who's the winner, right? The winner is the person that has the most points. So when we fill in this chart, we're going to be looking for who has the most points. So our positive number is this 2 right here. We have a positive 2, okay? And that's going to go on our positive team side of the scoreboard. And then the negative team has 6, so we have 6 over here. So when I'm looking at this scoreboard, this is my final score of the game. Who won this game? Well, the negative team won, so my answer is going to be negative. And how many points did they win by? If my positive team had 2 points, my negative team had 6, this negative team won by 4 points. So my answer is -4. Okay, let's do it again. I'm going to set up my scoreboard, my positive team, my negative team. Let's look at our problem. I have +8 and I have -6. So positive team has 8 points, negative team has 6 points. Who won this time? It was my positive team, so my answer is going to be positive, and they won by 2 points. So my answer is +2. All right, now what happens if I'm adding and they're both negative or both positive? So let's think about what that would be if we were talking about a game, right? I have the positive team and the negative team. Well, the negative team showed up, right? They got 3 points and they got 7 points. My positive team didn't show up at all, so they don't get any points. They didn't show up. So my answer is going to be negative. They clearly won that one, and they had 10 total points, 7, 8, 9, 10. So my answer is going to be -10. Let's do some subtraction problems. Okay, we're going to do the same exact steps. I'm going to go ahead and set up all of my t-charts. All right, so my -8, and let's watch this sign. This subtraction actually makes this -4. So I have -8 and -4. My positive team didn't show up. So my negative team wins. Negative team has how many total points? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. -12. Okay, let's look at this. This number right here, this 6, is positive. So it's going to go on my positive score chart. And this right here is negative. So I'm going to put it in my negative. So when I look at this final score, well, my positive team won, meaning my answer is going to be positive. And they won by 3 points. So my answer is +3. Now I want to talk to you about the rule on one that looks like this. If we have a negative minus a negative, we see this kind of weird symbol right here. And I taught in class that this kind of looks like a plus sign. So when you have a negative minus another negative, we need to actually turn it into an addition problem. So we're going to rewrite it -4 plus 3. And we can still use our t-chart. So we have 4 points for the negative team, +3. So my negative team won by 1 point. Those are our final answers. That is adding and subtracting integers.